Welcome to the Creepily Accurate Astrology and Friends podcast. I am your host and astrologist extraordinaire, numerologist, and tarot reader, Crystal. And this is the podcast where we're diving deep into the realms and the mystic energy of astrology, numerology, and tarot. We are going to wow you with how creepily accurate these placements can be and how they associate with your life alignment, how they can empower you, wow you, and mystify you. Yes. So this podcast is all about learning, embracing ourselves, and having some laughs and some fun. Thank you for tuning in, and namaste, my baby. Just in case you didn't know, you are tuned in to the Creepily Accurate Astrology and Friends podcast, and this is the series. But did you know this is episode 1, and we are moving down to segment 3? That's right, segment 3. And that would be the moon represents mother. Girl, would you get to the point already? All right, my friends, let's dive into the mystical realm of the moon and its connection to our mother. See, understanding how the moon sign in our birth chart reflects our emotional needs, our instincts, and our relationship with our mother, that can be very empowering, and also help you to grow. Now, if you can explore the different moon signs, placements, and their significance, and this shapes our nurturing qualities, emotional landscape, and our familiar bonds. The moon in astrology represents the deep emotional connections we have with ourselves and others. Even in relationships, like that's a big, one of the big planets to interpret in synastry astrology, which is relationship astrology. Your moon has to be compatible with your spouse's moon. So the moon in astrology represents our deep emotional connections, our nurturing qualities, our emotional needs, our instincts, our subconscious patterns. Understanding the moon in our birth chart can provide us with profound insight. It give us insight into our inner world and the way we navigate our emotional landscape. You know what I mean? So the moon, it represents our emotional nature, and it influences how we process and express our feelings. It governs our intuition, our sensitivity, our empathetic abilities, and the moon's placement in our birth chart also reveals the specific sign in the house that influences our emotional responses in the area of life where we seek comfort and security. I repeat, the sign in the house that the moon is placed in influences our emotional responses in the areas of life where we seek comfort and security. For example, if your moon is in Pisces, your emotional nature may be compassionate, intuitive, deeply connected to the realm of emotions. You might have heightened sensitivity, empathy towards others, and you may seek solace through creative outlets or spiritual practices. Now, understanding and embracing your moon in Pisces, that can allow you to honor your emotional depths and navigate your inner world with grace and compassion. All right, now the moon placement in a particular house in your birth chart. This also reveals the specific area of life where our emotional needs and instincts are strongly felt. For instance, like if your moon is in the 5th house, which mine is, you may find emotional fulfillment through creative self-expression, facts, romance, not so much right now, and activities that bring joy and playfulness into your life. So nurturing your emotional well-being in these areas can bring a sense of fulfillment and authenticity. That I agree. So we are going to dive into the significance of the moon in astrology and gain a deeper understanding of our emotional landscape, needs, and instincts. Embracing our moon sign, this allows us to cultivate self-care practices, honor our sensitivities, and foster deep emotional connections, and understand our connection and relationship with our mother, how we seen her, not how she was in the world, but it's the experience we had with our mother. But this empowers us to navigate life's up and downs with greater self-awareness and emotional resilience. See, the moon in relation to your mother tells you how you see your mother, how you view your mother, experienced her, what you feel like you didn't get from her when it comes to nurturing. So let's just go through the signs, the relationship between the moon and the mother in each zodiac sign, and they hold valuable insight into the dynamics and emotional connections we experience. So let's do this breakdown. The Aries moon, the mother may be assertive, independent, energetic. She may encourage her child to be brave, take risks, and assert her individuality. She might have a sense of adventure, and they might share a passion. You and her might share a passion for taking on new challenges. Or she could be selfish, impulsive, aggressive. You might see her as like a fighter. She may, what am I trying to say? She may have been so filled with this aggressive anger energy that it was hard for you to get close to her. You may feel like what you didn't get from her is uh, uh, us to independence. She wasn't around enough, so you either had to be independent because she wasn't dependable. She might have been selfish. You might look at her as childish. She didn't teach you how to take risks or assert your individuality. So you may have a trouble with being an individual or asserting yourself. Taurus, a moon suggests this is the moon is exalting Taurus, so it's a very good placement. Unless it has some bad aspects, then Taurus moon mother popping. So this mother is 9 times very nurturing, grounding, like Mrs. Doubtfire, or just a spoonful of sugar makes the medicine go down. That kind of nanny mother. Dependable, provide a sense of stability, security. The relationship may emphasize more on the physical comfort, material abundance, and a deep connection to nature. In a sense, it's like everybody like to go out to eat and stuff like that a lot. Or if it's some bad voodoo going on there, this person can be a smother, overly secure, overly dependable, or overly nurturing. Or this person may have been um, so focused on material abundance that had no time for you. This person could have been possessive, um, a bully, um, overly too much energy. Um, and you may feel like if you're lacking, you may feel like you didn't get the nurturing and the security and the stability that you needed from your mother. Gemini moon, the mother communications, curious, adaptable. She encouraged you to be intellectual and develop a love for learning, exploration. The relationship may it may be like very open with communication, share interests. You're gonna have a strong bond, very easy to talk to. Or you could view your mother as a liar, um, very uh, wishy-washy, not dependable, all talk no action, um, the fun parent, not very dependable, um, likes to talk their way out of things, um, two-faced. And you may feel like what you didn't get from your mother is a, a, a solid relationship with communication. The person wasn't easy to talk to, didn't allow you to be yourself, or have your own interests, wasn't very encouraging. Cancer moon influences the mother, and the Cancer moon, the mother is nurturing, emotional, and intuitive. uh, Deep sense of empathy, very mothering, safe, nurturing environment for the child. And your relationship is probably more like a emotional connection. Probably got a lot of family traditions, a strong bond of unconditional love. On the downside, your mother could have been absent and your father could be playing your mother. Um, your mother could be over nurturing, over emotional, manipulative, uh, closed off, insecure, moody, and you could feel like you didn't get emotional balance and stability from your mother. You could feel like your mother wasn't very nurturing, and you didn't feel like you were getting unconditional love. Leo, 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 Leo. This mother, warm, expressive, enthusiastic, fun, and maybe encourage your child to shine, be confident, embrace those unique talents. The relationship probably has a lot to do with pride, support for, she probably supported you a lot for your creative pursuits. And you guys probably shared a love for drama and attention in the arts. Um, on the other side, this mother could have been very selfish, self-centered, all for self. This could have been a party parent who was so focused on having fun and partying that they did not have time for you. This person could be egotistic, a tyrant, and you may feel like you did not get the attention from your mother that you needed. Instead of confidence, no encouragement, but most basically attention, because that's what Leo's all about. Virgo moon, practical, attentive to details, supportive. This mother probably provide guidance in the matter of organization, health, and personal growth. The relationship may be more focused on self-improvement, intentional routine, and practical life skills, but it could also come off as overbearing, controlling, um, critical on you, especially with health or when it came to organization or cleaning. It made you feel like you were lazy. Um, yes, so you probably didn't get um, practical life skills. You probably didn't have routine or guidance. And probably didn't feel like you were any personal growth. The moon in Libra, harmonious, fair-minded, diplomat, sociable, balance, fairness, peace, healthy relationships. The relationship was probably more, probably more. It was probably more emphasis on your cooperation or diplomacy, and you probably share appreciation for beauty and aesthetics. You probably look at your mother as very, very beautiful, um, but she could have also been very indecisive, people pleasing, um, didn't set up proper boundaries because had a problem with saying no. Could have been more focused on relationships than on you. Um, could have been mm, unbalanced in relationships. Um, Probably had you looking at relationships all crazy. So you probably feel like you didn't get the value that you needed. Um, Balance in relationships. You probably um, no boundaries. You didn't have boundaries, so you may push boundaries a little bit. You're let me think. Hold on, I got this. Um, you probably feel like you don't understand how to have a healthy relationship. She never seen that. She never taught that. Mm. Scorpio. So, Scorpio moon, the mother, intense, passionate, transformative, and encourage her child to explore their deep emotions and navigate life's mysteries. The relationship may involve a strong emotional bond. You got trust there and a shared interest in psychological growth. But also, it could be power, controlling, not trusting. Um, um, what am I trying to say? Destructive and very, very hmm, mysterious, secretive. You could feel like what you didn't get from your mother, is honesty and trust. You guys didn't create a strong emotional bond. Probably feel like your mother wasn't passionate enough and not very encouraging. Sagittarius, mother, adventurous, optimistic, and philosophical. Yes, sir. Instills love for exploration, freedom, and embrace diverse perspective in the child. The relationship may be shared travel, philosophical discussions, and a sense of open mindedness. Yep. But your mother could have valued freedom and travel over being there with you, or your mother could be absent, foreign places, jail, uh, maybe very religious. Your mother could have been very direct and honest to a fault. And you may feel like you did not get the freedom. You were not able to embrace your diversity. You weren't able to be open minded and have discussions about what you felt. Um, you, you weren't very optimistic, weren't able to be very optimistic and adventurous. Your mother did not embrace diverse perspective. hmm The Capricorn. Capricorn. The mother may be responsible, disciplined, focused. She very focused on achieving success, provides structure and guidance in a matter of ambitions and a long-term goal. Now, y'all relationship may have a sense of duty, determination, and a shared focus on practical achievement. But your mother could also be cold, detached, irresponsible, focused, and centered on something other than yourself, other than the child. There's no structure or guidance, and the relationship um, may have circled around a little, or you feel like you're a responsible adult, or you always had to be responsible because your mother wasn't responsible enough. So, what you feel like you may not have gotten is discipline and focus and structure and guidance. Booyah! The Aquarius moon suggests a mother who is unconventional, visionary, intellectual, stimulating. And this mother will encourage that child to think independently, embrace her uniqueness or his, and contribute to society. Their relationship may be more open-minded, support for social causes, and they might share intellectual pursuits. Y'all might, if you Aquarius moon, feel me? But your mother could also be emotionally detached, so focused on the collective and the community and helping others out that she does not see you or have time for you or had time for you. Um, she's very unique and rebellious to a fault. Um, and you may feel like what you did not get from your mother is the ability to think independently, to be unique, to embrace your uniqueness. Last but not least, the Pisces, influenced by a Pisces moon. So the mother is compassionate, creative, spiritual inclined. She provides nurturing, empathetic presence for the child. The relationship involves a deep emotional connection, encouragement, artistic expression, shared appreciation for the mystical, imaginative realm. Probably like to sing, art, write. Very creative, very, very creative. But she could also been deceptive. You may not have seen your mother for who she was. She may have been manipulative. Um, she may have been an addict, addicted to a drug, like went to go to escapism. Um, She may even be absent. Prison, death, a mental institution, or just on her own in her mind, gone. Gone in her own venture, not, you're not the focus of attention. And what you probably did not get from your mother is nurturing, compassion, and a deep emotional connection. Yep. All right, guys, that sums up the moon and the signs in association with the mother. Now, it is very important to note that these descriptions are general and based on the influence of the moon and in each zodiac sign. A lot of things can deter or change this interpretation. Things like aspects and other planet energies. This is just pure science. So please don't comment or write me, talk about my moon is such and such and my mom is like this. Because I will guarantee you I will find it in your chart where there is a reason why it's like that. Okay? But if you have a question, I would like to ask. If you have a question, please ask. But what I would ask you to do is get your chart. If you know your time, check out your moon, and see if any of these make sense. And if you don't have your time, still look in the chart and check out your moon, because the moon stays in the sign for 2 days. It stays in the sign for 2 days. I'm sorry. So it's either one going to be in the same moon sign that whole day, so it has no choice but to be your moon sign, or two, you have a choice between like two moon signs, and we can break that down, try to figure out which moon sign is yours. That'd be fun. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and close up the third segment, the moon representing the mother. And namaste. Moving on to number 4. Segment 4. Segment 4. And that is Chiron, the wound healer. All right, so the wound healer in the natal chart, Chiron, it is the asteroid known as Chiron, and its role in astrology, it's a asteroid, and then unravels the concept of the Chiron wounds, representing deep emotional and psychological wounds from our past experience. So let me just tell you a little bit about Chiron. Now, before I get into this story, I am literally summarizing the story in my own words, okay? So do not take it word for word, just the base of it, okay? That's what we're trying to get to. All right, I'm not 100%. I didn't write the story. Now, I ain't reading it right off the book or blog or whatever. I'm going by memory. Okay, so Chiron was a centaur, and at birth, he was left by his mother and father because his mother was tricked into having sexual relations with Saturn, I believe. I believe it was Saturn, by turning into a horse because she didn't want to mess around with it. But once he turned to a horse and she was a horse, they did what they did. She got pregnant. Boom, out comes this centaur. And she like, what the hell? However, she was the mother or the father was unpleased by the disfigure of the centaur. So they left it. Him, or whatever. And another one of them, the I don't want to say creatures. Another one of the people in the myth. Hold up. Somebody came and took him and raised him, and they instilled like higher learning in him, education, and he was just a lot of things. So basically, the centaurs were normally rough, tough, obnoxious, and this was the one centaur that wasn't. He was more concerned with higher learning and fixing things, building things, and healing people. So the whole concept is he was able to heal everybody else. He had a wound that he was unable to heal. And he ended up healing everybody else, but he couldn't heal his wound. And it got so bad that he begged the gods to turn him immortal so he didn't have to deal with the pain anymore, which I believe ended up happening or whatever. But yeah, so the point is, this is where your wounds are. This is where you were wounded, and like from past experience. And once you figure out what this is and you heal it, then you're able to take that energy and pay it forward. If that makes sense. So we're going to explore how the Chiron placement in our birth chart signifies areas of vulnerability and potential for us to grow. Now, you tell me this ain't leading us to our own healing journey. You tell me that this is not empowerment plus a big wow factor. Come on. So you're understanding in astrology that your sun can tell you about like how you go about doing things as far as your life purpose and your career. Your moon to tell you your relationship with your mother and what it is that you need. And even what you didn't get from your mother, you can work on the heal. Now you're telling me the Chiron is going to tell me where my deepest wound was from past experience. What? Shut your mouth. Okay. All right. So let's get into it. Did we already talk about yeah, you already know to get your chart for your moon. Okay, yeah. All right. All right, my babies, let's talk about the Chiron placement in the zodiacs and how it holds significant meaning and offers insight into our deepest wounds, our healing journey. Let's do the breakdown. Aries. This indicates wounds related to self-identity, assertion, independence. The person may struggle with asserting themselves or may have experienced early wounds that affect their sense of self-confidence and personal expression. And the healing comes through cultivating self-acceptance and learning to assert boundaries and embracing your individuality. All right, let's talk about Chiron in Taurus. The wound may be connected to self-worth, material security, and stability. The individual may have experienced a lack of stability or may struggle with feeling of unworthiness. The healing involves cultivating self-love, embracing abundance, and finding inner security beyond material possessions. Gemini. Wound related to communications, learning, and social connection. The individual may experience challenges in expressing themselves effectively, may struggle with feelings of being unheard. Healing comes through developing effective communication skills and embracing curiosity with meaningful connections. Cancer. Chiron signifies for Cancer a wound connected to emotional vulnerability, nurturing, family dynamics. This person may experience emotional trauma or may struggle with creating healthy emotional boundaries. The healing involves embracing self-care, learning to nurture oneself, and establishing healthy family dynamics. Leo points to wounds related to self-expression, of course, creativity, and validation. The person may experience challenges in fully expressing their authentic self, or they may have faced rejection or criticism regarding their creative endeavors. Healing comes through embracing self-expression, cultivating self-acceptance, and finding validations from within. Virgo, connected to perfectionism, self-criticism, and health. The person may experience a sense of inadequacy or may struggle with obsessive tendencies. The healing involves embracing self-compassion and releasing the need for perfection. Libras, harmony and balance. They may experience challenges in creating and maintaining healthy relationships, or they may struggle with codependency. This healing will come through cultivating self-love, embracing independence, and establishing boundaries and balanced partnerships. Scorpio, intimacy, power, transformation. It may experience deep emotional wounds or may struggle with trust and vulnerability. Healing involves embracing emotional healing, embracing personal power, and engaging in transformative experience. This is Sag points to wounds related to beliefs, higher knowledge, personal growth. This person may experience a crisis of faith or struggle with finding meaning and purpose in life. And the healing will come through philosophical perspectives and embracing personal growth and finding inner wisdom. How about Capricorn? The wound may be connected to authority, responsibility, and success. This person may experience challenges in navigating structure or may struggle with feelings of inadequacy in the pursuit of success. This healing, personal definition of success, and embracing inner authority and finding balance between work and personal life. Then we got the Aquarius. This would be related to individuality, belonging, and social connection. The individual may experience a sense of being different or may struggle with feelings of isolation. Different. That's my first name. Oh, okay. Back to Aquarius. So the healing will come through embracing your uniqueness and cultivating authentic connections and finding a sense of belonging within the community. Last but not least, our Pisces. Okay. And this will be connected to spirituality, compassion, and boundaries. The person may experience a spiritual disillusionment, struggle with setting healthy emotional boundaries. Healing. All right, I hope we got a good understanding of the Chiron and the placements in the sign. The house also means something too, I must say. That is the where it's happening at in your life. Okay, so like for me, my Chiron is in Taurus, and it is in the 10th house. So it is in my careers. So it would be, let's see, oh, where we go. It would be connected to self-worth, material security, and stability. So did I experience a lack of stability? Yes, I did. Do I struggle with feelings of unworthiness? I don't know. I don't. But I realized that I did not love myself because the way I was letting other people love and treat me. So, yeah, I guess I did then. I just didn't feel it. I didn't understand it. So, you got the Chiron. Oh, and this would be in the house of careers, how I'm seen in the world, how the world views me. So something maybe happened in my career where I didn't feel stable, or maybe I feel like I need to build something here for stability because this is where my womb was with no security and no stability. I'm going with the flow, baby. I'm going with the flow. All right. Chiron, the end. All right, my lovely ones, before we say goodbye, dear listeners, we want to thank you for joining us on this mystifying journey through the realms of Creepily Accurate Astrology and Friends podcast. We hope our insight and laughter has left you both intrigued and entertained. Now remember, as you navigate the mysterious tapestries of life, let the wisdom of the stars guide you, but always with a sprinkle of humor. Embrace the uncanny accuracy of astrology, numerology, and tarot, and let it add a touch of enchantment to your everyday experience. Stay tuned for more intriguing conversations, hilarious anecdotes, surprising revelations, and episodes to come. We invite you to continue this adventure with us, exploring the depths of the cosmos and the endless possibilities that lie within. As a farewell for now, may the stars continue to illuminate your path, and may the laughter we've shared linger in your hearts. Until we meet again, keep smiling, keep believing, and keep embracing the magic that surrounds you. Thank you for tuning in to Creepily Accurate Astrology and Friends podcast. And remember, the universe has a sense of humor too. Goodbye for now, and may your future be filled with delightful surprises and laughter.